Going on my MSG Nation. Today I'm gonna do something a little different in a way. Judging by the title of this video, from start to finish, I just want you guys to know that this is just gonna be one of those storytelling type things. Apparently, judging by one of my friends and a couple others as well, I seem to have the voice of a narrator in a way. And so, what I'm gonna do to utilize this skill is I'm gonna tell a story, and this is gonna interact with everyone who watches my stuff. So the way this is gonna work is I am going to tell a story, and I want anyone to tell me if they think the story is true or if they think the story is false. Now, most of these stories are going to come from either my past, something that recently happened, or this could be even be a story that I saw off of YouTube or even a post on Instagram or something like that. But the point is that someone said I had the voice of a narrator, so I figured I might as well see if the stories that I tell are either very easily convincing or just horrible in a way. Of course, in the background, I'm gonna be playing Sniper Elite 4. It wasn't the first thing that came to mind, but I figured I wanted to enjoy myself as well while I told the story. So the first thing, let me start the story off. This was when I was in middle school, in 8th grade. So I was, I'd say, probably 13, possibly. 13 at the time, I'd say, maybe even 14. But there was this one girl who was my crush, and I actually really liked her. The sad truth about this story is that I was actually one of those kids that was in those advanced classes, I guess that you could say. There's something called ALPS, if anybody remembers back then what that was. But it was basically for the kids who showed that they were gifted. They were gifted in a certain category, and it was just something that it was like extra something for people to go to school because their grades or their results showed that they were far more gifted than any regular class can give. So moving along the story, I just got accepted into it by passing one of the tests that one of the coordinators at this ELP school came to our school, gave us a test, and I actually passed one of them. And I came close to getting the other two. Nonetheless, just because I was able to pass one, they figured I was skilled and gifted enough to be part of the school. So, what happened in the end was that I got accepted, I got a letter, and apparently one of the school's, I guess, staff, you could say, was actually one of my older brother's teacher back then, and he was a troublemaker. So that can tell you exactly how she was. But towards me, she knew that I was one of her brothers, so like it wasn't too much of a big deal to the point where she thought like I was gonna be a bad kid. She just knew that it was me, one of her students, his brothers, and that's when it was like, oh well, hey there, and like we just got to know each other after that. She was really happy to see me, and she actually was very enthusiastic at the fact that I was accepted in ELPS. So what ended up happening next is something that even I didn't think was going to happen to me. And no, this does not involve anything with school. This actually involved social life. What ended up happening was my middle school crush, who I've been trying to get to like me, actually, liked me. And she actually agreed to go out with me. And the funny thing is about that, though, is that I actually got help from everyone in my school. Everyone. This was coming from guys, girls. I got most help from girls. I was asking, and I'm gonna keep her name silent. I'm not gonna let anyone know who she is, privacy reasons. But she was a girl who I had the biggest crush on. In my eyes, she was beautiful. I loved her. But though now I'm actually starting to realize that I could have done way better than this girl. So what ended up happening was that I actually this happened during kid wants to do. And then one of the girls that agreed to help me called me over, and I actually went along with it. And so what I ended up doing afterwards, I went, and they said they weren't saying anything actually. They just kind of like hinted at me, and my crush was actually looking at me now. So I was wondering, what is this? But I'm not as dumb as you guys think I was. I actually knew what was going on after I saw her making the gesture. And that's when I was like, oh. Eventually someone told me, just ask her out already. And I did. She said yes. And I was thrilled beyond happiness. I actually was ecstatic, to say the least. I just couldn't believe that. By the way, guys, I'm really sorry if the connection it sucks and it's loading badly and shit. I'm really sorry, guys. My internet, I'm like literally the only one using the internet, so I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. My internet's been messing up lately, but it shouldn't mess up to the point where something's gonna get corrupted or you're gonna miss something. So don't worry about it. It's fine. But bear with me on this one. But anyway, going back to the story. So again, happy as all fucking hell. My crush actually fucking said yes to me. And apparently she had a condition. And this was something like I was okay. Like I wasn't sure. Like I didn't know there was a condition that had to be met in order to be a girlfriend or boyfriend. Again, I was in middle school, and I hadn't had a girl in a while, so I was a bit naive at the time. But what ended up happening was, I went along with it. I asked what the condition was, and you will not believe what the fuck her condition was. To be honest, I went along with it because I said, this is my fucking crush. I'm gonna marry this woman. So, it's probably gonna happen. What ended up happening afterwards was nothing what I thought was gonna be like. But what ended up happening was she asked me to hold her in a bride and groom fashion. So pretty much my crush was asking me to hold her like every bride would, or every groom would, going into a new house. And if you guys don't know how a bride and groom hold each other, let's just say that a guy picks up a woman from the back of her knee, and the one of the other arms is like getting her from her back. And so how that went was, let's just say I was beyond happy, but She didn't want anyone to know. She didn't want anyone to know that I was gonna be holding her like that. Only a special few were gonna know. If anyone else knew, she'd actually would have gotten pissed, to be honest. So the next thing I did, we went to like a little side part of the school. It was like a little place for the kindergartners, and we went there. I grabbed her like that, and to my surprise, she actually fucking liked it. She liked being held like that for unknown reasons. And if all of you little guys are, you know, getting a little with this kind of story, let me just tell you something real quick. I did. So that's all I'm gonna say. If any of you guys were wondering if I did anything else but hold her in that kind of thing, I did. And to this day, to this day, I actually kind of feel a little proud. In all honesty, I really don't know if that's how I should be feeling. I really don't. But yeah, that happened. Believe it or not, and I'm not joking when I say this. It actually did happen. And the funny thing about it is, when it was all said and done, they told me to kiss her to like finalize the idea that we were going out. I was so fucking shy, dude. Me and my crush were fucking blushing our asses off, dude. It was so fucking embarrassing for me in a way. I mean, I wanted to. Lord knows I wanted to fucking do it. But with so many people there watching, and they said they wouldn't judge, and I believe them. Like my friends weren't like total complete assholes that are gonna do that, but I didn't feel good doing that. Kissing in front of a lot of people, like that didn't seem like something I would do. So what I did was, me being red as all fucking hell, as a fucking tomato, and my crush blushing her ass off, I only kissed her on the cheek. Now, I know some guys are gonna think, you should have fucking went for it, you should have kissed her. Yeah, I know. I fucked up. And I'm willing to admit that mistake I made. But what the fuck was I supposed to do? I never gotten that far with a fucking girl before. I didn't think I was gonna go farther. Fortunately, it never did go farther than that. I'm not even joking when I say that. It never went farther than that. It never did. And I actually feel horrible because I'm like, wow, I can't believe I had a chance and I didn't take it. So, no, that wasn't a dramatic pause to listen to what he was saying. I was just actually thinking. So then I kissed her on the cheek, and they were all disappointed. They were like, "Oh, come on, man, you should have kissed her on the lips and shit." And I was just like, I'm nervous. I don't know what the fuck to do. This is my first time with an actual girl. Pathetic, I know, but like, that's, in my opinion, like, I had no fucking prior experiences, so how the fuck was I supposed to know I was supposed to do something like that? Granted, boyfriend and girlfriends shouldn't have to, you know, resort to kissing right away, but now as a teenager, well, an 18-year-old, still teenager, I realized my mistake there. But still, of all hell, I was like, fuck, man. I think back at it now and I'm thinking, wow, I really missed an opportunity to do that, didn't I? I eventually did kiss her, but we'll get to that part. So, throughout the day, all of recess, really. And yes, I remember the good old days when we called recess the best time of the day when we were at school. So what ended up happening was we spent the whole day holding hands. I was shy of all hell, dude. Like I was like I couldn't even believe this was happening. I was like, is this real? Am I actually holding hands with my crush? I kept questioning myself. I was like, did I do this? Am I with the girl right now? Is my dick gonna be big enough? No, I'm just kidding. No, I didn't say that kind of crap. No, but like, I just found myself questioning myself again and again. I'm like, I couldn't believe that this was happening. I actually got my crush in my fucking hands. So the day went on as normal. And what ended up happening was, it was Friday. Yeah, I had my crush on a Friday. I didn't have a phone at the time. I had a Facebook, but not a phone. In a way, I had no way of communicating with my crush. That was mistake number one. I could, granted, a lot of my friends once told me that I could have used my mom's phone. At the time, I was like, that's embarrassing. I don't want to have to use my mom's phone to text my new girlfriend. And so what happened the next day, it's still like even I couldn't believe it, to be honest. But the next day we were just having a good old time at recess again. Oh crap, actually I'm sorry, I'm actually forgetting a part that was actually something that was worth mentioning. What happened here was, after recess, we went back into our classrooms to do our work. Obviously, school never stops. Keep that hard work grinding. We went back into class, and we were in, I think, our math class. I had the chance to slap my crush's ass multiple times. I took every single chance. I'm not joking when I say that. I know that I'm supposed to keep this a real or fake story thing for you guys to decide, but I legit touched her ass a lot. And at one point, this is embarrassing for me to even say, but I actually groped her ass as she looked at me and said, "This is mine." For me, this was the boldest of moves. For me, I outright saying to this girl that I fucking love, saying, "This is mine." And as we were walking out of school, she went off with her friends, I was with mine, and the whole day just kind of ended on a good note because me and her were smiling, laughing at each other, and then I missed an opportunity to give her a goodbye kiss. But she seemed like she was in a hurry to get home. And because of that, I didn't get a chance to kiss her goodbye. And then, the very next morning, actually, me being with who my mom is, we are either on time or early. And we were always early because we lived really close to the to the school. I got there early, and the special ed teacher, one of them anyway, the special ed teacher came up to me and said, "So I hear from the grapevine that you're dating Victoria." Me being who I was, I didn't want, like, I wanted whatever me and Victoria had. By the way, that's her name. You're not getting her last name. Fucking assholes. She told me that I was dating her, or asked if I was. And she said, "How do you know that?" And she just, being all fucking cryptic as hell, she said, "I heard it from the grapevine." And I was like, at the time, I didn't know what the fuck the grapevine was. I'm like, what the what? And she's like, "Do you know what the grapevine is?" I'm like, "I don't think I do." And she didn't even bother explaining it. She just said, "Oh, well, I heard it from there." So she knew, apparently. And I'm starting to realize that maybe everyone in the school knew. which was kind of embarrassing. But I kind of rolled with it. There was nothing really to do after that. I just had to roll with it. So, as the day went on, I'm just there at school in the cafeteria, getting breakfast and waiting for my girlfriend to come. Again, this was at the time where I got accepted into Alps, and this was on a Tuesday, so this is like a good, I'd say 2 days later. I know I said that the day took on Friday, but I said on Friday was when me and her got together. And then this was all on Tuesday. I passed the whole day, because again, I told you, I had no way of contacting her, so for a whole weekend I didn't even get to see her. Monday she didn't go to school, so that was depressing for me, because my crush didn't go and I actually wanted to see her. Tuesday, I had to go to Alps, so I was just patiently waiting, and I saw her. She was with all the friends that helped me get with her. And so after that, I tried to go up to her, and she was just like, she seemed distant, like she didn't know me or anything. At this point, I was wondering, what? So, but when I realized that we had to go, I'm sorry, my fucking mic is telling me to auto shut down shit, sorry. Anyway, as we were gonna leave to Alps, I was like, I wanted to go kiss her goodbye. I really did. So what I ended up doing was going up to her, saying, bye, I love you, and I'll miss you. She didn't do anything after that. She just kind of looked at me funny and I left. And then I was at Alps thinking, does she even love me anymore? Was I a fool to think this was gonna be a real thing? I kept saying these things to myself as I was at Alps. Eventually the teacher that knew me, like I mentioned, actually was concerned. She noticed I was pondering this. And so what I did, I ended up just telling her the truth, that I got my crush to go out with me, but I'm wondering if she's having second thoughts. And she just told me, well, how very unfortunate for her, since you're a one-of-a-kind guy. Like, off of what she knows and what she's seen from me, she could tell that I was actually one of those type of guys that treated the women right. So that's why she said that kind of stuff to me. But as we're going on, she goes on to say that you shouldn't have to worry about women like that. You're all young. It's bound to happen one way or another, but don't let it get to you. You'll find someone better if it ends up happening. She was hinting that I was gonna break up with her, or she was gonna break up with me. I was a little angry at that, but I mean, what can I do? It seemed like that's what it was leading up to. So what ended up happening was, the very next day, I was waiting for her, and I was wondering if I was even gonna see her again, if she was gonna try to skip school and not see me again. She did go to school, and she looked very worried, puzzled even. Like she didn't understand what was about to happen, but she knew it had to happen. I went up to her and I asked her how she was and if she was okay. She said yeah. And we both said at the same time, I don't think it's gonna work out. It surprised me. I actually was wide-eyed looking at her, and she just kind of looked sad. This was her first time too. She didn't know what the fuck she was doing. Cause then afterwards she tried to pull it off as if like, don't worry, you're gonna find someone special. You know, don't worry. And then she just left. She just went inside and left me with my broken heart. I was almost devastated. I had a crush, and now she's gone. And it was all because I was too much of a goddamn pussy to fucking do anything, pull any moves. I later find out that she really wasn't even into me. She just did it because I kept fucking asking her. So she eventually just gave up and just went out with me. That sucked even more. Just the fact that she was annoyed by me, and in order for me to stop annoying her, she just said yes. I didn't even know what to do. Like I said, I was depressed. Devastated, heartbroken, man. I look back at it now and I feel like, wow. I was really fucked up. But not like fucked up as in like depressed. Like I was really fucked up. Like I can't believe that I fell for something as stupid as this. Now what do I mean? I mean the fact that this girl was special ed, and I was going to a school for the specially gifted children. I didn't care about her skills in education. I didn't care about whether she could do things or not. I just wanted her love. And she fucking broke my goddamn heart. How was I stupid enough to fall for something like this? I kind of considered myself retarded too, because I let this girl break my fucking heart. And she was a special ed student. She was beautiful. The way she looked, the way her hair was, everything about her was beautiful. The only backslash was that she was a special ed student, and she broke my goddamn heart. After that day, I don't know what the fuck I was gonna do. I didn't even cry about it though, but I was just depressed. I was like, I had a chance with this girl and now I won't even get to have fun with her. All the guys actually ended up showing me sympathy afterwards. Like they were actually fucking like, don't worry about her, there'll be other girls, this and that, blah blah blah. Don't worry, she's not the only girl you're gonna get. Like they were actually trying to make me feel better, and honestly I'm actually glad that they were trying to do that. But I still felt dumb for letting my heart get broken by a special ed woman. I lived out the rest of the middle school just kind of going at it, doing my schoolwork, doing what I can. It was just normal. But now that that story's done, let me tell you about the few other things this girl has done or has said to me that made me even consider her a crush. And no, I wasn't trying to take advantage of this girl either. So keep in mind that when these things were being said to me, I was expecting her to, you know, kind of accept the fact that she wanted to be with me, or just actually loved me. Like I went into this thinking that, oh, she loves me now, blah blah blah, all this crap. One time in computer class, we were doing a program so that we can learn, and I sent her a note. I forget what I said. I don't remember what was on that paper, but I wrote excuse me, I wrote something on it. And I was hoping that maybe, just maybe, she would say yes to it. That's all I can remember from the note. Instead, she answered my question with another question. What was the question? Do you want to have sex? I'm not joking when I say this. This girl, on my own little piece of paper, that was a note for her. She only gave me the question. I don't remember my question, but she gave me a question. Do you want to have sex? It was either that or do you want to fuck? It was one of the two. My dumbass literally said, I don't know. Do you? Then she went on to saying, I can suck your dick. She was being fucking horny as shit with me. Tell me, anyone in the comments, anyone like right now that's live or watching me, tell me what you would have done. Would you have A, said hell yeah, B, fuck no, C, I'm not sure, or D, would you have just gone up to her and fucking just said let's go somewhere? What would you guys have done? Cause to this day, I feel like I might have missed my chance. But no joke, these were actual questions she gave me. And you want to know what happened afterwards? What ended up happening afterwards was she asked to use the restroom. I asked to use the restroom. We both went. I'm assuming she actually went. I'm actually assuming that. I'm sorry, I'm fucking trying to concentrate too. So I'm just assuming that, you know, I can't fucking focus anyway. I just went in there and she wasn't there. I'm assuming she was like in the restroom prepping or something. So I waited for her to get out. And since teachers didn't allow students in the hallways, I either went inside the bathroom again and again. I either, you know, was getting a drink of water, and I was getting a really big drink of water. I was doing all kinds of things as an excuse of I was getting a lot of excuses to being outside. And so finally she comes out and she grabs me and pulls me to around the corner of the hallway, and she gives me the note. She answered yes to the question originally asked. You'd have think that maybe with that I would have kissed her there. The bell rang though. So what I ended up doing afterwards was saying thank you and walked away. I didn't kiss her. I didn't do anything. I just kissed her or I just said thank you and walked away. Yeah, I did that. No joke. And she stood over there for the longest time. Like she was waiting for me to do or say something else. In my head, I was thinking, she wanted me to kiss her. That was a perfect opportunity to probably like manhandle her or something. Nevertheless, I fucked up and didn't actually go through with it. Biggest mistake of my life. Because you want to know what ended up happening next? I actually went back. But she was already going to her class. And I was like, wait. No, I gotta get to class. She fucking completely, like, blew me off. All because I kind of blew her off. Yeah. I'd say I deserved that, to be honest. To this day, I realized how much I fucked up. In any case, here's what I thought could have happened. I could have either kissed her, grabbed her ass, all that kind of crap. Because no one was there, it was just us two. I could have done whatever the fuck I wanted to do. She literally told me, you could do what you want with me. I didn't do shit because I was actually being a good noodle. I didn't want to overstep my boundaries or anything. Biggest mistake I made though. I had a chance and I fucked it up. Write down in the comments, guys, what you guys would have done. Would it have been a different outcome? Would you guys have been smarter? Would you guys have actually done what I couldn't have done? Just let me know, guys, in the comment what you would have done in any of the situations that I just said. Because I lost an opportunity to be with a crush. In the end, she didn't even want to be with me, so regardless of that, I had no chance. But in any case, if there was something that could have been done differently, or just in general, something that actually would have been better than what I did, let me know what you guys would have done. Just in your opinion, things that could have been done differently, things I could have done that actually would have been a lot better than what I did. Just let me know. And also let me know if you think my story is true or something I just made up. Some people might be at a better advantage since some of them actually know the story, so they can tell if it's either fake that I got it off somewhere or true. I actually told them the story. But again, let me know what you guys actually think. And I don't know if you guys actually like these little storytelling things I'm doing. Let me know, and I'll do one again tomorrow actually. Because I've been reading up a lot on these little conspiracy theories and these little haunting things on YouTube and stuff like that. So I've been getting really into the little flare dramatic stuff, and I want to know if you guys actually enjoyed it enough to where you actually want to hear me narrate some more things. And if you do, again, let me know. But anyway, that's I don't know what we're gonna actually call this, to be honest. I was thinking maybe story time with SMG or anything. Like, if you guys can think of a better name, just let me know down in the comments a better name for this, or if you like it, or if you think it's good how the way it is, just let me know. But I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the end of this video, end of little story time with us. And well, if you guys enjoyed the story, let me know, you know, because it took me a while to actually figure out what I wanted to use as a storytelling thing. But again, just let me know if you guys liked it. If not, then, you know, again, let me know all that stuff. What's your opinion? What would you have done differently? All this mumbo jumbo. And yeah, just thank you guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Dislike, I don't know, I don't think you should. But just let me know. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, or listening in this case, because let's be honest, a lot of you guys were probably listening more than actually watching, right? Anyway, but yeah, again, thank you guys for actually watching my video, listening into my little storytelling abilities and everything else, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. I might actually live stream or upload another video today. I don't know, we'll see. But again, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoy, subscribe if you're new to the channel, all that stuff, and I'll see you on the next one, MSG Nation. Till then, be humble.